What up, Jopins? Episode 176. Look at this. We finally did it. Me and Brenden have officially upgraded the pod. We've been wanting to do this for a long time. We got our 4 mics. We got our 4 chairs. We got 2 guests. All the way from Manchester, England, we got our fucking boys, Harley and Kurt, ladies and gentlemen. What up, boys?
Yes, sir. Happy to be here.
Yeah. Don't be getting quiet on me now, Harley. You were just rolling and rambling. How we doing?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. It's very cool to have you guys on the pod. We did a confidential. If you're subscribed to Tim's confidential, we also did one with these guys. Brendan's not on the confidential, though.
No.
Well, yeah. But, dude, real quick, because we're going to get into these boys. We're super excited to know about them. But Nosferatu.
Oh, you're going for a movie review.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. No. Boys, guess what? Not only is this our first pod where we got 2 guests and 4 things and everything, Brendan's engaged.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Hey, Jovins, I popped the question to my girl.
Yep. Tell him how you did it.
She said yes.
Well, hold on. Tell him your ring. Tell him what your ring story, do everything. Just tell him in order of how, when you got your ring, all of it.
Okay, so guys, I was gonna use my grandma's ring to propose, and then the diamond turned out to be fake when we went to the jewelers, and the jeweler was like, "Hey, it isn't real."
Someone finessed grandma.
Yeah. And then so shout out, rest in peace, grandma. Rest in peace, grandpa. But so the diamond, I got a new diamond at the jewelers, and then I had to wait to get it mailed here because it was from St. Louis, where I'm originally from, our hometown. And then I was just sweating just because it's like, I don't want to say the amount because that's not a gentleman thing to do. But I was like, damn, a pretty penny, and it's coming through the mail. And then people always telling me how their mail gets stolen and shit, Jobins. It was freaking me out. But it did arrive. And then I was gonna make it a surprise, bro, and try to make it to like New Year's to do it on the countdown.
Just couldn't wait.
But it was like we were talking about Christmas. I was like, got you something big, babe. And she's like physically big, and I was like, not physically big. And she was like, oh, I think I kind of know what you're talking. I was like, shh.
Oh.
I was like, crap. And then so when we were driving back, I was like, you know what? Let's stop by my house real quick. And then I came into my bedroom over here, and then I got the ring out from under my bed, and then I had her come in, and then I proposed to her, and I was like, would you make me the happiest man in the world? And then she said,
You get on one knee?
I did. I got on one knee, and then I
Shit,
opened the
man.
box
Must
up.
be serious.
Oh, it was serious. Yeah, I'm really in love, guys.
Good for you,
and
man. Good
and
for you.
thank you.
Yeah.
But I did it. I said it, and then
Got me
She
emotional.
didn't
when
say
you told
no.
me.
she didn't say no.
That's
She didn't say no, Jobins.
That's always a good start.
Yeah.
No, dude, it was emotional when you told me about it just because, yeah, the ring was super nice. You got a really nice ring. And Shannon's a sweetheart.
Mhm.
It's nice to see how happy she makes you. And she's really sweet and caring. So you found a good one. I'm happy for you. I also did go into brother mode, though, too. I did go into brother mode. Just because it's like, I don't know. We'll talk. I guess see what you guys think about this. But are we in a day and age now where maybe these kinds of things are changing? But I believe that if you're gonna marry somebody and you're engaged, right? Because I asked him, I'm like, oh, okay, congratulations, yeah. Well, I'm like, so how long are you planning on being engaged? And what'd you say?
Yeah, I don't have like a date. I don't have like an official date for the wedding.
Well, you kind of made it seem like it wouldn't be very long, right?
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay, are you guys gonna live with each other first before you get married? Because I believe you guys should at least be married with each other, or not married, living with each
You
other.
gotta try that shit out first.
Yeah. And a lot of people agree. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the economy's tough. Shannon wants to buy her own home. That's her big goal.
Yeah.
Brenden wants to. I know you want your own home, but it's tough. So is that in the plans before you guys get married, or what are you thinking? Now that I kind of talked to you about it.
That would be the thought, right? Is to get a house, guys, and then live in it first, obviously, together. It's hard to tell someone, hey, let's try this out first when it requires paying rent every month when you're living with relatives and it's not and it's rent free. That's a tough, with the economy like my boy's talking about. And then I thought this was interesting.
So Shannon still lives with their parents?
Mm-hmm, right.
And they don't charge her for living with them?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Damn. That was like my mom.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
and it's
So your parents, they didn't charge you, did they?
No.
Yeah.
No, and I was really grateful for that because
Yeah.
rent is something to think about.
Yeah, you got to respect.
Very
parents
lucky.
Like that. You really do got to respect them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, which is very lucky. So she's doing the best thing. She's probably saving up, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, do you guys agree? Like, hey, maybe we should get a house first and then we'll live with each other? Or you guys just want to get married, sign the paperwork, and then we're married, and then we'll focus on getting a house?
Yeah, see, dude, it's just like, I don't know. And you know what? You have a good point because, guys,
There's no problem with being
I did research.
engaged.
40 to 50% of first marriages end in divorce.
Yep.
That's the truth.
That's probably more now.
And you know what? I was telling my boy Schmitty, I was like, you know, hey, I'm in love and it's like, it's worth the risk, right? You only live once. And if things go down in flames, God forbid, it's like I won't have any regrets. You
So
know?
then-
it's just going to be like, damn, I have to lick my wounds if that happens.
Are you going to have a prenup?
No, I mean, shit.
Because I think prenups
I
are
don't know.
important. What do you guys think about that? Because I think prenups are important because it's like in the heat of
2024.
emotions.
Prenups seem pretty valid in 2024.
So,
If
Harley,
a-
you're
if
saying-
you're a man of any accomplishment or you have
Yeah.
goals.
And if you don't want your
yeah,
shit taken.
Well, you don't want your shit taken, yeah. That's a big part of it. Yeah, prenups. I mean, obviously, you can imagine in 2024, all the women would probably move a certain way. If you brought up a prenup before marriage, I feel like some women would kick up a fuss.
What do you feel about that, Kurt?
True.
Because Kurt's been a lot more quiet about it. He seems more like the sensitive one out of the two.
No, I believe everyone's their own person. Everyone's their own human. I'm just personally here to fight. I mean, I'm locked in. I ain't interested in no woman just yet. I'm trying to make a nice highlight reel full of KOs, and then I believe the women will follow after that.
Hey, respect. That's kind of what you were saying too, Harley. Even though you still be on the Tinder scene, it was looking like on the birds. I like that word,
That's
birds.
just a little,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
nothing serious.
But hey, do what you guys are gonna do, and like you're gonna live your life and do whatever. And, in the world that we're living in, you just gotta do what's the smartest thing for you guys to make it the best move. So, what it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's big congratulations. I'm super excited for you. You want me to be the what?
Dude, it would be sick if he was the one that officiated it, and then we would repeat our vows after him when he says it.
He asked me that when we were shopping in Walmart, guys, and it hit me. We're standing in line, and I'm just like, I almost start crying just because I started thinking about everything, like our whole lives and what we've been through and how special she means to you. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I don't get nervous for doing podcasts, but like to do a speech in front of your whole family and then her family and then whoever is there, woo, that's a lot of pressure. It's good pressure. It's a good nervous. You know what I mean? But I have one thing required.
What is it?
Wedding has to be in Hawaii.
If that's the case, guess what? It needs to be recorded too, like a vlog.
Yep. Oh yeah, 100. Oh, okay. I thought you were
A
like
wedding
document-
vlog.
100%. Brendan getting married vlog.
That'd be sick.
It would be fire. That's a
Dude,
good
that's
idea.
actually a great idea.
Or you also said you wanted to do Lake Tahoe.
A wedding vlog.
Yeah.
That would be. Hey, you guys are invited too.
That'd be pretty unique, man.
She's gonna be like, I don't want to be too big. I'm inviting everybody.
Yeah, Lake Tahoe would be crazy too. We got a lot of special times out there. But yeah. All right, Nosferatu. I was upset. And here's my review real quick. I gave it a 4.2 out of 10.
Damn, you didn't even give it above a 5? That's disrespectful.
I
don't
know.
even know if you guys have
know.
even seen the movie yet. It just came out on the movie theater. Probably not.
Am I a hater?
But dude, that's
I
like
even
the
hate the new
boys probably
Cup.
don't even want to see the movie after you say something.
Why do I
like
hate?
that.
Dude, it was not it. So I had a problem with the characters. I didn't believe the characters were that great. The story was the story was there, but it just was done so differently and not very it wasn't grasping me. And so the character sets look good, costumes look good, settings, whatever, all that's great. The writing was decent. The visual effects were good. The last 20 minutes of the movie, and it did have the jump scenes, right?
I jumped
But
a few times.
You
pretty
jump
bad.
at everything. It could have been there if it would have just grasped me more. If the story and the characters really would have grasped me. I didn't like Nosferatu. And I get it. It's a historical take on him, right? Different than all the others.
Because it's like a loose adaptation of Dracula.
Yeah. Yeah, like if it was real. I kind of liked all the rat stuff. That was cool. The jump scares were cool. Visuals were cool. But again, It was just the way the story was and the characters that were a big flaw for me. Like I wasn't invested. So if I can't invest in the characters, I can't invest in the story. And what's her name? Lily Rose Depp. Just shaking around all weird. And her low eye, her eyes drooping the whole time was bothering me. I get you're trying to really act really hard. And I know I'm being a hater, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I'm being a hater.
Can you really blame the actors or the actresses if it's the director who said that take was fine? We can go with that take. That's Robert Eggers' fault at the end of the day. The director is running the ship.
It was like she was flat. It was almost like that low eye acting, and she stuck with that, and that was the whole show. And a lot of the other people felt pretty flat too. And honestly, I feel like we could have had less Nosferatu talking.
And you know what? He was way less scary than even the original white and black version. That's a silent film, right?
Yeah.
That's more scary than the current one that we got in this movie.
I was like, is he a fallen soldier? Is this a fallen soldier? Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have seen like what the image of the original Nosferatu, where he's bald and he's like scary looking, actually, German expression film.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with.
Are you guys big movie guys?
Yeah, I've never heard of Nosferatu. I've never heard of this.
We'll show you a trailer after, and we'll see what you say, because it's in the theaters right now. Maybe you could take some birds to see it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, boys. I want to know about you. Let's get you yapping. Where are you from? Tell the Jobins.
Manchester, England.
And how exactly did you guys get here?
We had to get a 7-hour bus, 11-hour plane journey, and then another 7-hour bus. So some light traveling.
Damn.
Bit of traveling involved, but we're here now.
Uh-huh.
That's what matters.
And then you got a place with Andrew?
Yeah, we got a place with another fighter from the gym, chasing the same goal. He's a good guy, heavyweight. Did a couple of rounds with him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
That's what's up.
There's got to be a mutual respect there, too. You know, when you guys are, like, striving for a goal as much as, like, fighting, that's 100%. Combat. Like, that's something that I can never get around to, like, being like, wow, I know for a fact that myself am not a fighter. Like, I don't want to go in there and hurt anybody or get hurt myself. But, like, dude, like, the best case scenario is you take the least amount of damage. Like, shout out to the people going in and fighting, dude. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, what made, like, you guys came here from Manchester. Like, that's great. I've never been out of the country yet in my entire life, and you guys came down here to train. Like, what kind of mindset?
Came here to fight more than to train.
Mm-hmm.
Came here to chase some opportunity and make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man.
We're looking forward to fighting on February 8th, hopefully.
Yeah, Tim sent the names to the promoters.
Can you talk up a little bit louder, my man?
Sorry, my brother.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, Tim sent the name to the promoters a couple of weeks ago when we did the podcast with Tim. He sent the name to the promoters. I got them to, they followed me today on Instagram. Just waiting for a match. Hopefully, them following me means they might have a match. That's where we're just locked in, waiting for fight news, waiting to find out who it's going to be. And
what are your guys'
in due time.
Yeah, so how did you guys discover the gym?
We went over this a little bit on the confidential one on Patreon. So just like the following Sean, seeing the results he had with like the Peter Yan fight when everyone expected him to lose, everybody counted him out. Yeah, just stuff like that put me on notice. As to the style as well, we've got a similar style. I like to stand and strike. I like the footwork. I like to move. Yeah, I like the work. I respect the work. I respect the accolades they achieved in getting the UFC championship. You know, that's a big thing to do.
We both come from a striking background, so it's great to have good grapplers to deal with now. We'll cover a new section.
They come over here, obviously, I know that it's a BJJ-based gym. We come over here really working the grappling a lot, putting lots of rounds, getting rounds in with, coloured belts, purple belts, brown belts. Really putting ourselves in the worst positions so that when we do get to these big fights in mixed martial arts, on February 8th it could be the kickboxing I think it's going to be. But when it is mixed martial arts, we're just getting ready, drilling those hard rounds of grappling, trying to do as many as possible, trying to get into as many jiu-jitsu lessons as possible. Stay learning every day, evolving every day, round out the game. That's the plan. We're just here to work as hard as we can. And when the date comes, when the promoters do find somebody, it's time to put all that into
Now,
action.
are you able, like, if you were to sign with a fighting organization, that would help with being able to get you guys a visa here?
Yeah, so the visa we've got at the moment is just 3 months, the normal Esther. But I've got some family in California. Obviously, we've got Timbo at the gym,
Mm-hmm.
seeing what's capable, and seeing what we can do to extend that and get a work permit so that we can, when the time comes to go pro and earn that money.
What I
it's
respect about
possible.
what I respect about you guys is, like, a lot of people would see the obstacles you guys have overcome just to get here as challenges they wouldn't never be able to do, and you guys are just making it happen from
Some people are
some scratch.
weak-minded.
yeah.
Some people, nothing's ever going to be easy. You think anybody who achieved anything, like especially in this sport, you got CFC, think it was easy for anybody?
Yeah, I gotta turn you up. Boom.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy to think about too, cause like it was so cool to see your highlights, even yourself, Kurt, when you knocked that guy down, and he's got the headgear on. Like, how many fights
Knocked him out.
How many fights have you guys both, like? I guess, how many fights have you been in total?
Well, I'm pretty experienced in boxing with like head guards back home. It's only amateur, so they make you wear the head guard until you're 18 and you turn like a senior. But yeah, I've been beat 3 times out of 17, so
14-3.
14-3 is a damn good record. It sounds
not
like
so
to
bad.
me,
Tito
man.
Ortiz, it
yeah, it's
might
not
be
so
like
bad. It's not so bad.
15 and 6.
Is that amateur?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many have you had any professional? You're still young as hell
no
too.
professional just yet. I was only boxing until my good friend here started showing me how to do a bit of Muay Thai originally, and then wrestling, now BJJ, just trying to round out every aspect of the game.
That's, man, Jobin, just so you know, if you didn't know already, is like, Kurt, you're 20, dude. And then, bro, my boy over here, oh gosh, I'm sorry, Harley. I had to forget the name. But Harley's 21, dude, just turned 21 in Vegas too, right? That was
That's
crazy.
Yeah, we both got big things to come. We're ready. We're here. Just need to make it happen now and make sure we turn up, which I'm sure we will do.
I like the confidence that you got, Kurt, really.
Yeah, Kurt, what was it like growing up in the area you were from? What's the name of the area you were growing up from?
Just on the outskirts of Manchester, really. Like, yeah, where most people ask where you're from, just Manchester.
What was your what was growing up like?
Just pretty middle class, I'd say. You know, I didn't really have my dad around. My mum was working quite hard, and then my sister, who's now 7, she has 2 kids, me and my sister. So yeah, it was kind of hard for my mum, but I started boxing about 13, 14. Just
What
'cause
got you into it? What made?
I was quite fat, believe it or not. I was overweight and not bullied, but like picked on for being a fat kid. So it gave me a bit of motivation, you know, to just bit of kick up the ass really, to get in shape, yeah. And then just started. I enjoyed it. When I first knocked somebody out, I thought like, this is pretty cool, man.
How old were you when you did that?
Like 13,
Oh wow.
yeah.
That's
Just like in
crazy.
sparring, when you knock someone down, it gives you a bit of like drive to think like, what can I achieve? And ever since been on the same goal.
Were you good in school, or was school not for you?
I wasn't really interested in school, but I wasn't as bad as my friend over here.
Like you didn't get kicked out.
No,
or
yeah, I
anything?
made it to the end of school, whereas like there was tougher obstacles in his life. So yeah, I made it to the end, but
What's it like in school? Is there a lot of bullying? Is it tough, or is it everyone's pretty kind of chill? Or is everyone kind of like, oh yeah, we're gonna be fighting in the streets after school?
I don't know. It's probably similar to how you guys are.
Really?
Like, yeah, there's cool guys, there's fucking dickheads. There's
Everywhere you
some-
go, there's gonna be some knobheads.
See,
That's
in my
life.
head,
Yeah, of
Manchester and England, like I'm walking home from school, and I better not even look at the guy on his stoop. Like that's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Is it like that?
I think it's different over here when people are carrying pistols. you
Yeah,
know
of
what I mean?
course, of
People
course.
fucking- they're not gonna fight fair.
It'd
I
be
mean,
different for you to walk around Manchester than over here.
Yeah, because you guys can't have guns.
Nah.
Wow.
I mean, there's guns, but it's not.
Yeah, it's
everyone who
harder
has them.
to
It's like
access
you
them.
got
Yeah.
every single civilian. You can go to Walmart now. I can go to Walmart now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
$200 get a pistol.
Do you ever
Art
get?
was just saying that yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah, and the recovery man. Shout out to Art. He's
So-
fucking.
Oh, it's
Really,
a
man?
guy.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man.
We fuck with that.
Do you ever get worried though? Because sometimes I read these news articles about like people getting stabbed though.
It's a big problem
Yeah,
where
that
we're from.
happens.
But
And then you don't got a gun. Like you got to get it. Hey, at least you guys have some fighting background then, huh? Because it's like, damn, you got to get it in
You
close.
can have fighting background, but when someone fucking pulls up with a Glock, you ain't your fighting background doesn't matter. You're
Have
on
you
the
guys
floor
ever had a knife pulled on
fighting
you?
for your
Yeah,
life.
multiple times.
Really?
Yeah, of
It's
course.
like common.
Common.
And do most people kind of just talk and flash it, or do people actually kind of like, hey, get in you?
Yeah, we know people who've been stabbed. We know people who are in jail for stabbings. We know people, it's
Yeah.
people lose their lives. It's a serious thing. That's
Wow.
why, like the kids now, you can't be hanging around with the wrong people because everything it spirals from one thing to another. Hanging around with the wrong people, and then before you know it, you're carrying knives. Yeah, it's just
Damn.
about, man. You got to make the right choices, which is why I'm here pursuing sports, pursuing
Mm-hmm.
dreams, pursuing chasing money, everything. Negative people, negative energy, negative. It's very easy to go down the wrong road,
Oh yeah.
especially when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
It's easily done.
What was it like growing up for you with your family?
It was normal. I grew up in a really nice big house. I was very fortunate, lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
You got brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I've got one big brother.
One big. How old is he?
He's like 25 now, maybe 24. I'm not 100% sure.
That's what got you? Well, how old were you when you started doing your thing?
I was I just had a punch bag when I was like 13, 14. I was working out on that every single day. Yeah,
'Cause
I
you
had a
were a-
6-foot Muay Thai bag,
Mhm.
fucking hard as fuck.
Because you told me you were originally the soccer player or football player.
Yeah, I was playing football for like 10 years. I was playing for different academy teams.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, I know people now who I used to play with who are in the Premier League, you know, making big money, but that just wasn't for me. You've got to pursue things that you enjoy, and
Right.
I didn't really enjoy that anymore. I lost the fuel to want to do that, and I wanted to do this. I wanted to fight. That's what I wanted to do.
What position did you play in soccer?
I was a goalkeeper.
You were the
But
goalkeeper.
I like to play outside. I like to play outfield anyway, but I was the goalkeeper. That's where I was playing for the academies.
Uh-huh. So you've played in front of some big crowds?
No, not really. It's like the young games, you know, under 15s, under 16s, under 4, that sort of thing. So it's just like family watching and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because the academies, the young people.
Damn. 10
When you
years.
say the academy, is that like high school?
It's just
For
like
us?
so, like a professional team. A professional team, they're gonna have like scout the kids to get them on the team young. You know what I mean? And then they're gonna keep them in the academies for years and let them play. And then eventually they're gonna put them into the first team when they're old enough, when they're ready.
Is there really like football goons, like people that go crazy for the
You
sport,
know-
so they
he
get
knows
in the
a couple
fights?
football
I know
goons.
a couple of crazy English guys that'll show you a fucking mental time.
Yeah,
They'll start throwing chairs at you and everything.
Damn,
some
why
people
would
are
they
fucking
do? What would offend them? Would it just be not being in the other team or
Yeah.
something?
Like you'll see people fighting because they don't support the same football team over there.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
So how did you two meet?
You want to answer that?
Yeah, we've known each other for like 15 years, 13 years, something like that.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah, we used to both get shipped off to the same like soccer camp, you know, in summer.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone finishes school. Everyone's parents got to go to work. Yeah, we got shipped off to that shit, man. We've known each other for a long time.
And then so you guys just started training with each other and just doing your thing?
Yeah, well, we never went to the same schools, so we kind of knew each other. But yeah, he was boxing, I was doing some other training, and then we ended up linking up, doing some, putting some work in, and then the rest is history. Really, we continued doing the same.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are now, together in Arizona.
What
End of
made you
2024.
guys, for fighting careers, what made you guys want to come to America for it?
I was fighting in Thailand. I couldn't get any MMA fights. It was hard to get, even for like the sponsored athletes at the gyms. They struggle to get them. You know, in like Japan and Korea and stuff like that. But there's limited bouts. I mean, America's the place to make it happen.
Damn, so you're
That's
fighting
it.
out in Thailand.
I was fighting in Thailand. Yeah, I was living in Thailand for a little while.
How long did you live there?
I lived there for 12 months at one time, and then and then I went home to see some family, and then another 12 months again.
Wow.
Dude, and he's only 21. It just
I know.
It just blows my mind, bro. And then you can show me a video clip of you fighting some dude, like some Thai-looking dude in the ring. That's pretty badass, bro.
So the experience, if you put yourself in bad situations with good fighters from different parts of the country, you're going to be a beast
Yeah, you
eventually.
take a lot of knowledge from everything, man. It's all experience, especially when you're this young. Just gotta put yourself in there, man. The experience is it's a big thing,
Right.
especially in this game. You need it.
So while he was fighting in Thailand, where were you fighting?
I was just in England
You were
boxing.
in boxing,
Mhm.
racking them up.
Just using my hands, really.
Mm-hmm. And you're 17 and 0?
No, been
No,
beat 3
14 and 3.
14 and 3.
Yes.
14 and 3.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking impressive record still.
times. Fought some good kids as well, some really good kids growing up. Like,
Fought a couple of guys who are pro now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fun watching you guys scrap with the boys at the gym. I was telling
just
Tim.
sparring yesterday.
Yeah, it hit
Some
me
good
for the
rounds
first
yesterday.
time. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm going, damn. Why do I get so nervous when the boys go to war against people, but when they're in the gym fighting each other, I love it. Tommy told me, he's like, that's because you know that we're not trying to kill each other and take each other's heads off. You know,
Of course.
we're not going to hurt each
We
other.
got the big gloves. We got the shin pads.
There's
Yeah.
a good level of respect in the gym as well at Red Hawk Academy.
And Tim done a great job with that.
Amazing.
The vibe in there, just
don't
in
think
and
it
out.
could get any better personally. I really don't.
And then they take. It's cool because people like it changes you as a person. Like outside of like people will be better outside of the gym.
Yeah, everyone's cool in there.
Well, so when you got back, you're done fighting in Thailand. You guys got together and you just came up with this plan together. Like, hey, we're gonna fucking do this.
Yeah, we had the aspirations to come here and train in Arizona since before the Marab fight.
Uh huh.
So even after Sean lost the belt, we still wanted to come. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been planned for a long time. It's not easy. We have to apply for an ESTA, have to wait to get approved to come over here. Yeah, we had to.
Yeah, we know some
make
people
money.
that we know some buddies that are trying to become citizens, and it's just real hard for them. It's tough,
Yeah,
especially when you got
it's-
people that are doing everything they can to become legal, that want to become legal. There's a lot of line. It's a big line, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. I mean, America. Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to get in for sure.
I
A lot
I
of people trying
admire
to
you
get
guys doing that.
citizenships.
Yeah, respect, man.
Chasing your dreams, and it was cool watching Tim latch onto that and that help you guys and trying to get you guys get going. And he sees the hard work you guys are putting in, so just keep it up.
Yeah, Tim's a real guy. He's a good man. He's trying to help us out as most he can.
Yeah, he does
we
that with so many
We
people.
appreciate Tim a lot. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
He's a great coach.
right.
Yeah, we're just happy to be
50%
here.
of the reason why we came here. 50% was Tim, 50% was Sugar. You know what I mean? They're both. Obviously, Tim's a great coach to be able to create such a great student. You know what I mean?
Right. If there's any ladies that find my boys attractive and need a husband,
Schmitty getting a plug in.
marry him real quick. Get my boys legal.
Any visa women.
Yeah. What's the biggest shell shock to coming here to America? So
You got fast food on every single corner. You got fucking Dunkin' Donuts. You got everything. You got McDonald's.
Yeah, if
fucking
you're trying to make
KFC,
bantamweight,
Burger
it's
King.
hard, man.
Yeah, and my little friend over here, bantamweight. I don't have to worry about
Do
that
you-
too much, but
Do you feel like people are healthier back in England, like in Manchester?
yeah, you got
compared to
some.
here?
You got some big fucking Burger King boys walking around here.
right here.
Dude,
Yeah,
hey,
but
Burger.
bro, bigger
I actually
than you,
saw-
they're not- They just like wide as fuck. They're like
Uh-huh.
400 pounds. Like Jesus, bro, that's not good for your health. That's a heart attack incoming. You gotta take care of your body. You gotta take care of your health. That's why I mean, like the art of recovery. What I'm doing next to the gym is so important, so beneficial. You got the cold plunge. You got the sauna. You got the red light therapy. You got the compression therapy. You got everything. Like when you're training as hard as we are, you're training 3 times a day, more sometimes. You know, it's very strenuous. It puts a lot of hurt on your body, so you got to take care of your body, man. If you're trying to achieve anything anyway, if you're just gonna try to be a fat fuck and sit on the fucking sofa and achieve nothing, then good. You're not gonna-
Especially in the sport that you guys are in too, just like the damage that you can take, like all those rehabs and everything that you can be doing for the longevity. Like you think that like Tito Ortiz, you're talking about him. You think these guys like were thinking about that kind of stuff as actively, you know, like the
Oh, Tito
next
Ortiz is a
generation
fucking
of
genius.
fighters.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to be like Tito Ortiz, but I'm trying to make enough money before that shit happens.
Nah,
Like-
I don't take damage. You don't
Yeah.
take too much damage. You fucking block the shots. You roll with the shots. Tito Ortiz fucking walking into shots. Like, come on, man.
It's a deadly game, but if you keep your hands up and you stay aware and
you have to
patient,
have good defense in this game. Otherwise, you're gonna end up getting KO'd flat.
Right. Yeah, dude, it's pretty insane to hear everyone's story who comes into the gym, where they're from, working 9 to 5s, coming in, getting punched, getting hurt, doing their thing, and keep it going. It's pretty, it's cool to watch.
well, that's one of the reasons it's the most entertaining sport, in my opinion. Anyway,
Right? What's bigger where you guys are from? Is it football
Yeah,
or
soccer? Football.
Yeah,
So-
soccer. I'd
so
say.
everyone's talking about football? What would be a typical night where you guys did you guys have a lot of friends growing up, or were you guys kind of by yourselves?
I had a few friends growing up. Everyone just kind of does their own thing. Like
Mhm.
after school, after you finish school, everyone goes to jobs, college.
Mhm.
It's kind of like does their own thing. Yeah.
Was gaming a big thing with over where you guys were?
Yeah. At one point, I was playing games a little bit.
Mhm.
What about you?
Yeah,
Like
I
people
used to-
streaming and getting.
I used to fuck with gaming, but yeah, not really no streamer or nothing.
Because where we grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, everyone did sports, but also people would play sports. As soon as they're done with sports, they'd get home and we'd game.
Yeah,
You know?
Xbox Live used to be the place.
Yeah.
We had all
Yeah,
the
I used
boys
to
from
play.
middle school.
Xbox
Yeah.
360 back in the day. That
Yeah.
was the real OG.
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when I was a kid, though. I don't really. Honestly, when when you're working, like you training 6 hours a day, some days like 4 or 5 hours a day. You know, when you get home, you eat food and you go to sleep. You don't have the energy for anything like that. I actually brought. There goes my phone again. I actually brought an Xbox here, and I haven't even got the adapter yet because I ain't even had the time to play it. I've been here for like 2 weeks now. You know what I mean?
You've been going hard.
Yeah, we ain't got the time in the day, man. There's only so many hours in the day, and you put in so much. Yeah.
Hopefully this inspires some people watching, because not only did they do all this to get here and to be able to train at the gym, but then that when you guys first got here, you're fucking walking how many hours to get to the gym?
Yeah, it's a trek for you guys, man. You're getting up real early to train.
How many hours were you guys walking to the gym?
First we was doing 4.4 miles. In the first 2 days here, I think we did. In the first 48 hours here, I think we did 24 miles. But then after a couple of days, we figured out the bus times. Because it's not like you guys, you don't have your fucking bus times in the bus stop. I don't know what's going on, but you have like some barcode shit. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, we had to figure out the bus times, and then we managed to start getting the bus. So we only had to walk half the distance. We was able to get a bus for 2 miles for $2, and then we only had to walk like 2.2 miles. So we saved half the time. But now we're living with Andrew. Andrew's just driving us straight to the gym every time, so it's perfect. It's fantastic.
Big up to the heavyweight Andrew, man.
Andrew, man.
Yeah.
Andrew's looking out for real.
Yeah, we need to get Andrew on the pod. He's a good guy too.
Andrew's a good guy. Andrew,
and he's got a very similar story to you guys. Not from out of the country, but from another
come
different
all the way
state.
from Pennsylvania. So sold everything he had to pursue this, to pursue fighting. And yeah, I think
he's just a good
in his
dude.
first. I think in his first. Yeah, he's a really good dude. I think in his first fight, he got 37-second TKO. Yeah, he's fucking got a lot of potential, man. He's a fucking big dude. He hits hard as fuck. So, yeah.
What was it like for your
and
first
he's a good
fight?
person, like you're saying. He's a good dude. What was it like for my first fight?
Yeah, what were your feelings? What were you going
I was
through?
fighting. Well, my first fight, I fought in Thailand. I didn't have a corner. I didn't have any corner.
You was out there by yourself in
I
Thailand.
was just fighting, man. So
What
I mean,
the
I took that first fight in Thailand. I didn't know how Muay Thai was scored, so I like watched MMA. So MMA is scored.
When you told your parents,
if there's 3 rounds, you win 2 of the rounds. You win. Muay Thai is scored as like an entire contest. You got like the clinches, and if it's in a kick, whoever kicking combination ever kicks last. That's how they score it. How the judges score the rounds. I didn't know any of this criteria. I was just fighting for fighting. The first fight, I fucking went out and put it on the guy. After the second round, he just didn't come out for the third. After the second round, when I went to go sit on my stool, the guy was led on the floor, like straight down, fucking face down, fucking ass up, led down, because he was just fucking shattered. The pace I set from the start, because I'd never fought before, was fucking crazy. We was both, and I wobbled him a couple of times, but he was a crafty guy.
How old were you?
Guy. I was 20. Yeah, I would have been 20, and he would have been. I would have been 20, and he had like 200, 300 fights, they told me, because they fight for a living over there, you know what I mean? He was a crew, he was a trainer at a gym, so he was like an old crafty guy. So I wobbled him a couple of times, like I caught him with some straight shots. Yeah, it was interesting. It was eye-opening. You got to conserve the gas tank, you got to conserve the energy. But yeah, I mean, it was good. He just didn't come out for the third round. He led down, and I was telling the ref, I come off my stool, I was ready to go for the third round. I was saying, ref, come on, get this guy up, and yeah, he just didn't want to get up. So yeah, it was a war for the first 2 rounds.
So and you went? Did you win? Yeah. So you win that your first fight ever. What were?
Yeah, that was TKO really, because he didn't come out for the third round.
Yeah,
what were?
A technical
He was just let down, holding his head.
You're living in Thailand. What were your first thoughts after your first win? Like, what were you like? You're like, okay, keep doing what I'm doing, or were you? What did you want to level up?
I'll be honest, I didn't check too many leg kicks. I think the guy fucking basically broke some of my leg in that first fight. So I was just fucking chinning him for putting straight shots on him. He was just hitting them Thai leg kicks straight on my leg. So I mean, that straight away. Even though I won, I still took a lot from that. Like, you need to check these leg kicks, because guys like that, they're fucking. It's like a baseball bat. It's brutal.
Our buddy Jay just fought a guy who wasn't checking the leg kicks, and he was fucking him up, and he won like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta check those.
Damn. So was your mom? So at the age, and you go, hey, tell your family, hey, I'm moving to Thailand. Were they pretty up for it, or what were?
They're happy, man. They're supportive, you know.
That's sick.
Yeah, so
that's really cool. What about you?
Yeah, my mum was always supportive. I suppose she didn't really like the fighting, but she didn't say don't do it. You know what I mean? She knows it's good for people. If you're good at something, you should pursue it anyway. The dream is to be able to make money off doing something you love doing. If you hate your job, you're gonna hate your life. If you love your job and you're making good money doing so, I believe you're onto a winner.
Right.
So let's make it happen.
It's good advice, Kurt.
Yeah, hopefully some things change for fighting and people can start amateurs and other thing. Like there could be a better path to making money and more careers because the sport's blowing up so big.
Yeah, of
Everybody
course,
wants
it's
to be a
huge,
fighter.
It's evolving more and more every day.
Jiu-jitsu's blowing up too.
Definitely.
Do you guys watch a lot of jiu-jitsu matches, or are you gonna start getting into it
I'm
now
not-
that you're
I'm
here?
not really big on the butt scooters, but
Yeah, we
I'm
both come from
drilling a
striking.
lot of jiu-jitsu at the moment. You know, obviously trying to round out the game for MMA. But yeah, I'm not a big grappler. I like to put hands on people.
Mm-hmm.
I like to move forward and put hands on people. The butt scooting game ain't for me.
Butt scooting. That's okay. Funny trash talk. Butt Yeah. What do you think about people that pull guard?
If it's something you've not been doing, like
Cron Gracie.
yeah, if
shit
you're not
going on.
used to MMA, then it's different. But if you're in an MMA fight trying to pull guard, just like Cron Gracie,
Buddy like Cron Gracie needs to go to a fucking boxing gym for 12 months and learn how to throw hands, because you're turning up to a mixed martial arts fight with only one way to win or one way to possibly do anything is embarrassing.
and that's not
It's
hate
embarrassing.
Right
It's
there.
not hate. It's
not
facts.
hate,
It's
yeah, of
real
course.
facts. It's real talk. It's the truth. You go into mixed martial arts fight with one martial art, you can get fucking dominated against a guy who has multiple ways to win. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, he could have fucking... He fought Bryce Mitchell, right? Bryce Mitchell could have dropped him and submitted him. Honestly, like, it's mixed martial arts. When you start throwing strikes into there, we've seen, like, world-class fucking grapplers. I think, like, Rodolfo Vieira, we've seen some really good grapplers get submitted in MMA by, you know what I mean? It happens. That's as soon as you add punches in there, there's an old saying: you punch a black belt, he turns to a brown belt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to respect the BJJ. We're not hating on BJJ, of course.
But yeah, I'm just saying, when you throw the strikes in there, it's a completely
Definitely,
different
100%.
element. When you're trying to choke me and I start putting hammer fists on the bridge of your nose, you know what I'm saying? That's yeah, people ain't used to that.
Of course not.
These guard pullers, they're not used to that.
Just as we've seen with Gracie, he got opened up with elbows.
Yeah,
pretty bad.
he tried to pull guard. Bryce slammed him and fucking elbowed him, and he's like out cold. Well, fucking hell, buddy. Maybe he needs to go to a boxing gym and learn how to throw a jab and slip and move, and you know what I mean. That's what you can't have one approach. Like the rule with everything, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
What about the Dagestani wrestlers, though? It seems like they can just freaking grapple.
Those guys have
grapple.
striking
That's the
too.
game plan they got.
Those
dude.
guys have striking too, though. Even though they choose to only use the striking to set up, they're like, look at Makachev. Makachev's a fucking well-rounded killer. He'll probably go out there and either choke Arman to sleep or punch him and fucking finish him.
I agree.
Unless Arman shocks the world. But yeah, those guys are on top of the world. But that's why we're here. That's why we're drilling the wrestling. That's why we're drilling the jiu-jitsu, because we're ready. We know what's ahead. We know what everyone's going to do. They're going to try and take us down, and that's...
As we were saying before, in your country, you have college wrestling. We don't have that in England, so...
Really?
Yeah, like collegiate wrestling.
You have
is
like
not-
state champions around here, so it's good to work with them and be on the
Yeah.
mats. You know?
I've been working with some kids.
That's
who've been-
sick.
I've been working with some kids who told us there was wrestling the whole life. Some guys been
Why
hitting
don't-
jiu-jitsu for years. We've been
It's
getting
just-
some solid rounds in at Red Hawk. Solid grappling rounds. Good striking rounds too.
Is there a reason there isn't, or is it just it's just not popular?
It's
What's
a good
that, brother?
question, yeah.
Good
For
question
wrestling.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, honestly, the country's in a bit of a shambles. Yeah. Exactly. Ask the question. Why would you not want fucking young
So
men
the country's
drilling wrestling?
the
Why
country.
when Russia and America all drill wrestling collegiately, why do England not? Probably more interested in other topics.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
want
Yeah.
Maybe the country's just not thinking the same, but yeah, I rate it.
That was
I
deep.
wish they did. Yeah, I wish they made
Yeah,
everyone
and
go wrestle.
and everyone would be wrestling. You know
Of
what I mean?
course.
Yeah. Fair
Damn.
enough.
So you got a country full of people that want to wrestle, but it's just not available.
Yeah, it's not.
That's
accessible.
tough. Yeah.
I don't know about a country full of people wanting to
Oh,
wrestle.
not they
but
don't want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sure a lot,
definitely do,
but
yeah, of course.
if you put it there, if you actually put it there so that it's facilitated and it's possible, then I'm sure kids can get into it. You know what I mean? You can enroll your kids in that stuff. It is possible, but it's not mainstream like it is over here. The collegiate thing and pushing it to schools and to kids as like a PE. You did PE in school, yeah? Yeah. That's what you do wrestling. You do wrestling in PE, yeah?
In elementary
No.
school, no.
No.
It was mainly
Just like when you go to
like
secondary school, you do wrestling in PE.
Well, in secondary school, like in our high schools,
Yeah, in
there
high
is
school.
we had a really good wrestling program
Yeah.
at our high school, but like a football team or like how you guys would have a soccer or football team. That's how we would have like a wrestling team.
PE was
too.
like team sports. Like they'd come up with like interesting team sports.
Is that out now?
Yeah, physical education, man, crazy.
Yeah.
Do you guys celebrate like this? This seems ignorant. I don't know because I haven't been out of the country, bro. But like, do you guys celebrate holidays on like the same schedule and the same timeline?
I don't celebrate much.
Like, I don't know about like Christmas and Halloween and shit.
Yes, everyone celebrates Halloween, Christmas and stuff. It's kind of a big thing, but just been trying to stay locked in recently.
Sorry, brother. My bad.
Yeah, just been staying locked in. We had Christmas over here and it was great. We had on our Christmas we had like a 5-6 round fight, MMA gloves. It was great. Great way to spend Christmas.
There you go.
We don't really celebrate the Orthodox way. We've got our own traditions, as you would say.
Hey, as long as you got your own traditions, man.
Yeah. Well, we're here for 90 days, so we're just trying to make the most of it. Training twice a day, just going hard.
Mm-hmm. You guys said you had some questions for us. What were they?
How did all this become a thing to start off with? Like, how was all this possible for you? Did you organize all this?
This.
When did you do your first pod?
My first
When
pod
did you
was at
first
me
start
and
this?
Brendan's my house in my basement, in
Your
my back in
house?
my mom and dad's house. About 3 years, a little over, almost probably about 3 years ago. A little
It's
over
been
3
over
years.
3 years now.
Yeah, over 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Nice.
And I met Sean I went on to I was going to UFC events a lot. I met a guy because I got shit signed all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and he told me to join this Facebook group because it was all the gyms for UFC fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And back then it was you could send shit to people and they would sign it and sign anything. And then a lot of fighters even wrote letters. They'd send you stickers. They'd send you shit on top of signing you stuff. Well, I was a big fan. He just had broke his foot against Soccer Mom. So he was on
Soccer mom?
yeah.
What's that?
Andre
Nice.
Sakaman. I don't even know his real last name because I call him Soccer Mom.
Sukumath or something.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Soccer mom.
I'm sorry, my man. Because he hated that. Sean broke him just by calling him that.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. But the first time I ever saw Sean was on the Tuesday Night Contender Series, when the first ever. And I was like, holy shit, this guy's awesome. Then I kept watching him. Then I was getting autograph shit.
Well,
And
that's cool as fuck. And you
Right?
became friends with the
bro,
guy
I go
you
on
idolized?
Twitch.
That's cool as
And he
fuck.
had 6 viewers. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this guy's like lit as fuck. How the fuck is he only have 6 viewers? I went in there, I'd hype him up. Like, dude, you're gonna be champ one day.
Dude, and then we'd have watch parties
happened.
too with all of our friends there too, and it was
And
just like all hype.
Me and Brenden always wanted to do a pod, and I always watched Joe Rogan for a long time. I've watched him forever. And Sean was like, dude, you just do it, Schmitty. Just start a pod. And I was like, you're right. We should. And I talked to Brenden about it. And then we just threw down the money to start it. Back then I did 2 cameras. And now we just do the one on the phone. So I'd sit there the whole time for 4 hours. Just every time Brenden talked, cut. I'm sure there's tools now to make that easy. But back then I was doing it hard.
Dude, we've been doing this for a really long. Shout out to all the Jobins, seriously, and just like how nervous I would get, bro. But like, guys, I would have to drink shots before doing a podcast because I'd be so nervous about being on camera and everything.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's a lot to overcome.
Yeah, we're never nervous on doing pods now. And of course, shout out to Sugar Shane because without him, I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. And then shout out to my manager that made this table for me a long time ago. We wouldn't have this table
It's a
without
good
him.
looking table.
Right? Things just happen. That's why even like people don't know, like I hope I inspire somebody, but just us getting this upgrade, we've been talking about it for a long time. Life happens, but we finally pulled the trigger and doing it. Sometimes it's just what has to happen, right? Even if you don't have the money. And just plugging in the 4 mics and plugging everything up, it was hitting. Because it's just a big accomplishment. You know what I mean? And there's always levels. There's more to accomplish. There's more to achieve when it comes to all this.
Good for you guys chasing your dreams,
Right.
trying to make shit happen.
That's what I want to do.
Hey,
Respect that.
you know what?
That's why I thank you guys for coming on the pod and talking with us because we appreciate it.
Your guys' insight is really, I think, invaluable because it inspires me too. Like you guys have overcome so many hurdles, and there's a lot of
Adversity.
hurdles still in your way,
Yep.
But it's like it doesn't dishearten you. You're not here in some negative mood, like you said. You're like, I'm a product of the people I rock with, and you came and sought out the best training that you can get, and you guys are gonna be killers. I know it, man, and it inspires me.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Thank you very
Well,
much.
you know why? You also believe in yourselves. And that's sometimes the biggest thing because when you believe in yourself, those obstacles that you guys hurdled over were nothing. Why? You were like, we fucking can do it. We believe in ourselves. A lot of people can't do that. You know what I mean? And then they kind of get stuck in their head like, fuck, you know? Well,
It's easy to get sidetracked. If you stay locked in,
yeah,
can't go wrong really.
right?
But with all this fast food and stuff, it is hard. I can't lie.
Mm,
Trying to
yeah,
make
there's
that 61 kilo
temptations on
mark.
every corner.
I won't get political or anything, but we got our RFK in office now. We're gonna have some shit taken care of. Hopefully, I think honestly, when I was a kid here in America, health wasn't like it was. Oh, it's the middle class. Fast food is the cheaper, quicker alternative. Why? Because mom and dad are working all day and we're at school all day. And then by the time we get home, people weren't wanting to cook.
Yeah.
My parents did, but it was like half.
My parents, they were busy too. They were both working, so it was hard. And like you said, fast food's easy.
Yep.
But it was like they never talked about the health benefits.
They never talked about
till,
what
like
was going on.
Super Size Me
Yeah.
came out. Then it was
Now
a huge thing.
people today's age, they know, hey, the shit being put in our food's bad, the way we eat, what's processed, how it's farmed, everything. There's so many things. I think America's actually starting to wake up. We're going to be healthier, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so.
I wish you would think that certain things like that would just be, it'd be nice if I could just go to a fast food place and it be healthy. That'd be great. But that's hard to do. Good food takes time, love, and patience. You know what I mean? When you cook with love, it's better. That
I
takes
seen
time.
Mr. Diesel Riggs enjoying his food yesterday after them bong.
That
rips.
man was all over the place, dude. Joe
And
is
you
the
witnessed
man.
it live.
Yeah.
You was there with him.
Bro, that guy. Yeah, he was so fucking high from that shit. And his mind was ever. He was just rambling, and he was a mess. But he's such a. Joe Diesel Riggs, guys. If you don't know who he is, you're crazy.
Just tell them. Just tell them a challenge so they know a bit of background on what they did yesterday.
Yeah, the challenge was absurd, by the way, and I talked about it on the pod because I didn't want to do it because you can go watch on YouTube Sean's videos of me smoking, and I smoked the whole time, bowl after bowl after bowl after bowl. So I thought that's what this was gonna be, right? No, it's
Every 5 minutes.
They would pack a bowl, one bowl, and they both take a rip once every 5 minutes.
Oh, that's way easier than what you're
Dude,
thinking.
it took forever. It took a whole hour for Joe Riggs to get completely gone. We could have had him zooted within 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be some things changed because I truly believe it should be bowl for bowl. As soon as you're done with that bowl, another bowl. You know what I mean? And you got to keep going.
Dude, you got some crazy lungs. That's hard.
What do you boys think for a weed challenge?
I think it was a crazy challenge.
For 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go and watch it at some point over the next.
You
week.
smoke a lot. We just smoked Jobins. These guys, don't let them fool you. They're a little quiet right now and everything, but we had them zooted on caffeine and weed. We just smoked so much. How much do you think we smoked a lot? And I showed you guys my little new my tool that you guys fell in love with,
Yeah, you guys ain't playing around here, honestly.
right?
Fucking weed vaporizer. Schmidt's weed vaporizer.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
So I feel like you could hang with Warlike. I feel like you could.
Don't be plugging the winner, bro. You need to be careful what you're saying.
Because that means it might happen. Look out, Warlike. That'd be fun. I'd like to watch. You can do it. Tell Tim.
I think I'd probably win.
He called out Tommy. JJ was standing in the room, and he called out Tommy. I was like, JJ's right here. JJ was eyeballing him.
What,
But-
for a smoke challenge?
Yeah, we on the confidential. It was Warlike versus Joe Riggs for a smoke off.
And then he called out Tommy.
Yeah, War won, but yeah, they're fun. It was a good time.
He let it drop. Bit of a spoiler alert there from Schmidt.
Yep.
You
Sorry.
guys just came up with like a new sport right there.
They want to make it.
Smoke-offs?
I'm sure someone's thought of it, Brendan. But yeah, for a new segment for the confidential. Yes, they came up with a new. The War wants to,
It should be bowl for bowl, like you're saying. No, it should be faster.
right? Yeah. Any other question you boys got for us?
Who do you want to see Sean O'Malley fight next? What do we want to
Damn.
see? What do we think makes the most sense? I think Morab's going to lose the belt against Umar. I think he's probably going to get choked to sleep or knocked out
Mm-hmm.
to sleep over 5 rounds. I think that's 25 minutes. That's long enough for Umar to kick him in the head or to take him down and take his back. I mean, he got choked by Ricky Simone. Do you remember seeing that fight? That was
Mhm.
controversial. He was like out at the end of the fight.
Yeah, and he was out,
Ricky Simone's
and Marab was all mad.
Ricky Simone's a good fighter, but
He
he's
is.
like a top 10 to 12 fighter.
I like
he's
him.
He's not a top 5 world fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think Marab's going to get choked or head kicked. And
I would like
ground
the
and pounded.
Sandhagen fight. I don't think Sean would take the Sandhagen fight because I'm sure he would. And if Sean could pick it, like if Marab wins, he wants the Marab rematch.
I think
Whoever's
it
got
should-
that
I
belt.
think it should be Sean O'Malley versus Piotr Yan too. Is what I think. Piotr Yan just got a great win over a Sergian Davison Figueiredo. Sean O'Malley's obviously got the flash and the highlights in the division. That was a great fight. I think, was it Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi?
That was Abu Dhabi.
Dhabi.
Yep.
That was a great fight. I mean, let's see the rematch. 2 strikers. I mean, Sean had Piotr shooting when he's a striker, and usually everyone's
Cracked him with that knee.
Cracked him with that
Beautiful
knee. The middle
knee.
scarred him for life.
Right.
That's a fight I'd love to see again. Over 5 rounds, that'd be super interesting. Main event or even like a fight night, whatever.
That's what's crazy right
Or
now.
call main event, 5 rounds of a pay-per-view. Yeah, that'd be fire.
I agree.
That'd be a really good fight. I mean,
Peter
a
Yan.
lot of people were saying as well, Sean lost that fight. A lot of people weren't happy with the decision. But there's always going to be people like that. Hey, it's the 3 people. The 3 people's decision who matter are usually fucking idiots. So
Right.
if you leave it to the decision, it's a toss-up, isn't it? You just praying, hoping and praying.
The part of me, I don't know. There's the thing about Sean right now, and I'm sure it's going to be for the rest of his career, is how many options he has. He's got so many crazy intense
He's
options.
played it well. He's
Right.
He's a marketable character.
And not only that, but the bantamweight division. Literally, there's so many contenders right now. And Sean's
so many
also
killers,
right?
Those contenders. That division is probably the most stacked, if not after 155.
Right.
155 is pretty stacked right now.
So it's really tough.
Top 10 lightweight, everyone's a fucking killer.
right? When people ask me who do I want to see Sean fight, it's like, man, it's so tough because there's so many that I'd like to see. Really, I'm super excited because he had his surgery. He's healing so great. He's so good at positioning himself with the right people to help him the most. He's so good at that. He's like the LeBron James of the MMA because he took notes. That's what Sean's a master of, is taking notes from the greats. And he's healing up real good. He's back to training. All I am is excited for him to feel good getting back in the cage, being healed. That's what I'm excited for. Whoever is in front of him, don't fucking matter. They get knocked out.
It is the most stacked division because 155 is good, but Islam's not. No one's stopping him. But at Sean's weight, dude, it's like, yeah, you said Umar versus Merab. It's like, who's gonna win out of that fight? Because he could fight both those guys.
Right?
Like there's quite a few names
I'd be
on the
extremely
list.
surprised if Merab beats Umar Nurmagomedov. I think there's 99% of the time Umar's going to beat him. He's got so many different ways to win. We spoke about this before. We just spoke about Kron Gracie only having one way to win. Merab's not knocked out anybody. He knocked out Rafi on Stotts, who's pre UFC. I mean, he had that little bit of a chirp with O'Malley, didn't he, where he was talking in the face-off. He was saying, I knocked people out, and he's saying, who have you knocked out? And he said, I knocked out Rafi on Stotts. That's pre-UFC. Yeah, Merab probably punches like a flip-flop. He's a little man.
Sometimes I'm
5'1", 5'2". You know?
the part of me is like, man, Sean's always said, man, get the biggest check and fight the lower guy, you know? And now he's in a position where it's like he could take a fight that would piss a lot of the people off, right? And I'm like, man, what about just for fun? I'm like, what if he took all, though?
I think once his career's done and he feels like he's done enough to then leave it, I think he should smoke Ryan Garcia for talking shit.
Get into boxing.
Ryan Garcia is a great boxer.
That's a great way for him to make money, in my opinion.
He's completely deluded, thinking that he could even
hang with Sean. Yeah,
and in any MMA fight, he would get
dismantled
in 2 minutes, under 2 minutes. He'd land.
You guys are
kick to
big
the
boxing
body.
fans too, right?
We like boxing.
We do like boxing.
Who's your favorite boxer?
Alexander Usyk.
Yeah,
Damn.
Usyk by far.
And he just beat Fury
Times
again.
2.
Yeah.
He's the best boxer in the world. Ever.
Who do you guys want to see in boxing next?
Dubois.
See, I don't know.
Daniel Dubois.
Okay.
What about Jake Paul?
Who he's already... Well, Jake Paul would get absolutely fucking dismantled because Jake Paul's not in the same realm. Alexander Usyk has had 350 amateur fights.
Has he fought Mike Tyson?
You think Jake Paul... Yeah, well, has he fought fucking a 67-year-old pensioner?
Yeah.
Fucking old, washed past it, hip surgery, knee surgery,
He's
back
no
surgery,
joke. His
back's
resume
broken,
speaks for
spinal.
itself, man.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jake Paul. I'd like to have a boxing match with Jake Paul.
Damn.
I'd like
You heard
to
it
put
here
some
first.
hands on Jake Paul's chin.
Yep.
And maybe put him
I
to
get it. I get it. And see, it sucks because I am a fan of Jake just because I see the hard work that he put
I
into
think
boxing.
he's put in a lot of hard work. I think
Yeah.
he's surrounded himself with the right people. Like you said, we spoke about it a week ago on the other podcast.
Mhm.
We said he doesn't have to be there. He's chose to be there. That's great. Him and his brother are clearly athletes. They've been wrestling since young. But the route he's taken, picking washed, guaranteed wins.
How big is
I'm sorry, brother. 1 second. The wins he's taken and the fights he's taken are all guaranteed wins. You're taking all these people on past their prime by 5 years, 10 years. People who've never boxed before. Mike Perry, who's a bare knuckle guy because he can fucking absorb so much damage. Tyron Woodley, after he's fucking been on a 4-5 fight losing streak in MMA, lost his belt. He's been fighting has-beens. He fought that one guy, didn't he? For the one boxer who was 10-0. Yeah, I'd like to see. I mean, I'd be interested to see now. Put Jake Paul against Tommy Fury again. He fought one proper boxer and he lost.
Yeah.
You need to put him against a real boxer with real amateur record who's really been boxing 4 years, and let's see how good he is. And then he can earn the real people's respect. You know what I mean? Because he's still not got respect for a lot of people. He's cherry picking opponents.
I'm just glad Mike Tyson made a nice bit of money to sail off into the distance.
Right.
Well, it wasn't nice to see, but he still made nice enough bank for him to say
20 million.
How big? How big is the guy? Your favorite boxer, the Ulster guy?
6'3".
Yeah,
And
heavyweight.
how heavy is he?
Heavyweight.
This guy was at cruiserweight. He could be fighting at middleweight. He could be fighting at 190.
So do you think a possible matchup between Jake and him could be possible?
Yes.
Oh,
100% could be possible.
But he'd dismantle him, you're
he
saying.
would absolutely
my
beat the
days.
living.
Yeah.
Because see,
shit
you
out of him.
guys saying that because I'm like, Jake says he's got a big opponent that he's gonna announce. So I'm like,
Alexander
who's
Usyk
gonna
has
be?
already beat
It won't be him,
Beterbiev.
yeah.
You don't think so?
If he
Who
can-
just beat
Everyone.
Tommy
Every
Fury?
good boxer you can name has been beat
If-
by Alexander Usyk.
If Alexander Usyk sent him a contract to fight, he's not taking that.
You don't think so?
No.
Man,
No.
I will not leave you alone. As we said to Tyson Fury is 6'9", 280 pounds, and probably the best heavyweight boxer prior to Usyk we've ever seen.
He's a fighting
Usyk
man. He
didn't
comes from a
have to
fighting
go to
family.
heavyweight. Usyk was fighting at was not fighting at middleweight originally,
Yeah.
middleweight, and then he took cruiserweight, which is like light heavyweight. So he's
God, who's Jake?
for
gonna
everyone
box?
who he gave up 60 pounds. What was he? 230.
Yeah, something like that.
Usyk was 230 pounds. Tyson Fury was 281 pounds. Don't quote me on the exact. But that's, do you know what I mean?
It's a big
It's
difference.
a big difference. And the
huge
guy's
difference.
6'9", he's 6'3", and he just beat him twice in a row. And in the first fight, if you guys seen it, he had him on fucking ropes. Had him on the ropes. Got saved by the referee. I love Tyson Fury. He's great, but Alexander Usyk is the best boxer
I think of our
ever
generation anyway,
We've
yeah.
ever seen. I mean,
Right now.
Muhammad Ali was great. He's the pioneer, you know what I mean? But now you have to look at real achievements. This guy's beat everyone. He's undefeated, never lost.
Undisputed.
Undefeated, undisputed, ×2, heavyweight champion, cruiserweight champion, middleweight champion. This guy, if you don't, go watch, go see. for
See, this
yourself.
is and Jake's
Alexander Usyk.
claiming that he's the face of boxing. So
He
when
might
you
be
guys,
the face of influence of rookie boxing,
Yeah,
celebrity
so-
boxing. Yeah, I can agree with that. He's the poster boy for all that bullshit, dragging out fucking old, retired, washed-up people and knocking them out in front of fucking 75,000 people in Texas. That's all good and well, but go put him in there against someone who's a good middleweight, who's had 100 amateur fights, 50 amateur fights. He loses. He lost to Tommy Fury, who's also an influencer boxer. So even though he might be the more marketable face of influencer boxing, it doesn't mean that he's not the best influencer boxer.
How
is he?
does
'Cause
that-
he lost to another
so-
influencer boxer?
Does it like just straight up like offend you, Jake Paul, doing
Not at all.
this
I
kind of
don't-
stuff?
No,
I don't
I
Because
just
you
don't
know,
take him seriously because I feel like I could knock him spark out in a boxing match. So.
Yeah, I don't feel the type of way about it either. Like, I feel like if Jake Paul walked
Great
into
for
Red
him.
Hook and
I don't
wanted to
have
spar,
any-
it'd just be another day
you don't
in the
think it
office.
does a disservice to the boxing community or anything like that? Because you guys seem, like often
it's
like true.
interrupting.
Yeah, no, I just
No,
don't
it's
see him
good
as
for him.
proper boxers. You know, if you mention boxing to me, Jake Paul is not the first name that jumps to my head at all. I'd see that more as
Canelo
like,
Alvarez,
yeah,
Dimitri
Okay.
Bivol, Alexander Usyk,
Yeah,
Tyson
cemented
Fury,
boxers.
real boxers who've like been fighting for the past 10 years, 5 years. You know what I mean?
See, if I'm Jake Paul,
Floyd
these are the
Mayweather,
people.
Miguel Cotto,
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao.
yeah, of course, people
real
like that.
fucking.
These are
real
the people I
wrestlers.
want.
Yeah, of course.
If I'm Jake Paul,
Oh,
No, these are the people.
These have
that are
already
fucking out.
been, yeah. Right now, it's like
Jake
a new
Paul,
generation.
you're pulling out Evander fucking Holyfield, pulling out whatever you can get from
Royce
fucking
Jones
depth.
Jr.
yeah. Just
Yeah,
anything.
get him out. We've just had Mike get fucking Roy Jones out. He's
But
at
while we're on the
fucking
topic
54.
of heavyweight boxing, let's
64
talk
some
about
shit.
heavyweight UFC. Tommy Aspinall versus JonJones. I know you guys have a certain
KO,
opinion on that.
knockout, round
You
one.
guys are
round
heavy.
two.
You're hearing it right here. Tommy Aspinall,
Tommy Aspinall.
finishes John Jones
John
early.
Aspinall.
do you think
John
the fight
Aspinall.
happens? The
Tom
last
Aspinall.
last I heard, Dana White was like, I can make it. I'm going to make it happen. Do you think it happens?
I'd like to say, yeah, I really would.
I think everybody would like to see it, but I'm wondering if it really happens.
I'm telling you though, I don't know why you guys are thinking this. I know you got the because he's from like England, but Jon Jones is a crazy person. The mentality, he's gonna be locked in a cage with a beast,
He's gonna be
and
locked in a
Jon
cage
Jones
with a
is going
beast
to
who's-
embarrass
who's big.
Tom Aspinall.
That's
I
it.
would. Much
You
rather
heard it
be-
here, Jovins.
I'd much rather be locked in a cage with Jon Jones than I would with Aspinall. That's
Tom
just my
Aspinall, yeah.
personal
Dude, no
opinion.
way.
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, Jon Jones is the scariest man on the planet. I'm telling you, he's gonna dismantle Tom Aspinall.
JonJones has.
He's
what?
gonna
How
call him
many-
Tommy Boy after.
Have you got ChatGPT? Ask ChatGPT how many first round finishes does Jon Jones have?
Yeah.
Please, can you look it up now?
My camera's on the. My phone's the
Have you
camera.
got ChatGPT? How many first round finishes does Jon Jones have?
It's an interesting topic
Less than-
because
less than-
Jon
yeah,
Jones
all
has
his amateur
cemented
finishes in his first
himself
12
as
fights will be first
one of the
round.
greatest of all time. But I'm telling you, Tommy Aspinall, he's a problem.
How do you think he
He's a
beats
real
him?
heavyweight.
He finishes him early. He puts him to sleep.
The punches.
Yeah,
He sets it up.
Yeah, he knocks him spark out. No one wanted to fight Sergey Pavlovich.
I mean, look at Jon Jones nearly got his arm snapped by Vito. I mean, it was a long time ago, but he's not an active fighter. He doesn't.
He has one against Chael Sonnen.
He has one first round finish ever against.
Can we
Chael
Google
Sonnen.
Tom Aspinall?
Tom
real quick?
Aspinall has at least.
My
five-
phone died.
Yeah,
my phone died.
Yeah. Well, there you go. First round finish. So in that first round, Jon Jones is going to be trying to fucking hug a leg for his life. Hang on for dear life, because if he doesn't, he's going to get hit harder than he's ever
He's got a good
been.
wrestling background
Harder
too.
than he's ever. And Tom Aspinall's been grappling since
He's
he
a
was
black
7
belt.
years
You
old.
see how he tripped
He's a high level
Stipe?
black belt.
High level black
That's
belt.
judo. It was a nice trip.
Yeah, what if, I mean, then Tom's on his back.
Stipe is an old, washed man. He's similar to the JakePaul thing.
We
He
can
was-
all have an opinion anyway.
he's a
Until it
washed
happens,
old
we'll
man.
never know. But
Then
yeah.
he didn't fight for 4 years, and his last fight was him getting fucking crippled. He looked like Joe. He looked like Joe off Family Guy with his legs behind his fucking back.
I've had arguments to where I'm like the people that Jon
Coming off-
Jones even fought.
Why would he deserve a title shot? He's coming off the most brutal knockout loss you've probably seen, and he hasn't fought in 4 years. And he talks like Tito Ortiz times 2.
Yeah.
What I'll admit, because I talked about it in past pods, but like
I almost felt sorry for him when he was in there. He didn't look like he had a chance. Do you think he looked like he had? At any point, was you like worried? Oh, he might knock Jon Jones out.
No.
Yeah,
fucking.
No.
Stipe is a washed old man.
Hey.
And that's just a fact. I'm sure he was great in that first fight against Ngannou. He did fantastic. He took him down. He hit the single legs.
Yeah.
He had a
It's
great
sad
game
to
plan.
hear.
He
Okay. I'll admit
wore
it.
on Francis Ngannou. If you saw Francis Ngannou, he was like a fucking XL bully after a long walk.
I was just a big
He was
Stipe
like
fan.
panting. He was in over his head because he's used to knocking everybody out in that first round. Once Stipe dragged him to fucking deep waters, he just leaned on him, made him carry all his weight. Yeah, fucked him up, man.
And if you ask yourself, why is there an interim champion? There shouldn't be two champions.
This
of
guy's
the
even
heavyweight.
trying to.
We've
This
argued
guy's
that.
even trying to
I
debate
agree with
taking
that.
the fight. This guy's even trying to debate taking the fight.
Exactly.
You're more confident than he is.
Yeah, literally.
So you guys would be pretty upset if it went to someone else and not Mr. Tom Aspinall.
Well, that
Jon
would
Jones
just be
fought
fucking
again.
stupid.
That'd
What
be
is this
stupid,
boxing?
yeah,
Even in
of course.
boxing, you've got the champion being forced. It's a mandatory defense against the interim champion, and that's what Dana White said. Somebody said, "Will it be the Alex Pereira fight?" And that's the most recent thing Dana White said. He said, "He said no. He said no.
Yeah.
It will
He
be
did say
Tom
no.
Aspinall.
Now,
He either retires or he fights the interim champion."
Yes.
why do you guys think Jon Jones is so like reluctant to fighting Tom? Do you really? Because he plays it as he's disrespectful.
He said it himself. Well, that's just bullshit. He said it himself. It's the most dangerous person he's ever fought. He's a real heavyweight who's 10 years younger than him. Look, when he fought DC, DC was 10 years older than him. The roles were reversed. Now the roles are reversed. He doesn't want it.
He's got a young guy smoking
He's a
everyone in the
seriously
division.
dangerous challenge. I mean, he just knocked out Pavlovich in the first round. Jon Jones could not knock out Pavlovich in the first round. He'd be wrestle fucking him. He'd be taking him down. He'd be doing that, all that bravado. He doesn't want to stand and bang. He's a great mixed martial artist, but Tom Aspinall will knock him out cold.
I like it. I like your guys' take. I like your thoughts. That's what I love about this sport so much. Because what if Jon Jones just went out there and made your boy look easy?
What if he fought Ngannou? You don't think that's a 50-50 fight? If Jon Jones fought Ngannou today, you don't seriously think Ngannou's got a big chance? How much he's evolved.
one that got
He's
away.
actually wrestling now. He's actually
boxed too.
wrestling
He's
now.
boxed
He's
twice.
boxed. Like he's been boxed Tyson Fury.
And Anthony Joshua.
The more
And
time
Anthony
that goes
Joshua,
on-
fucking hell, he got his head pinged around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did,
Anthony
he did.
Joshua,
They
gold
claim-
medalist in boxing. Jesus Christ, that was a nasty
They claim that
knockout.
Francis was super hard to deal with, and I don't know if and Dana will go, "Oh, he was such a son of a bitch," but it's like, damn, the more time that goes on, and plus Francis has had some pretty bad things happen in his life,
Yeah, that
but
shit
the
with
way
his
he
son
was kind of
terrible.
treated as a champ was pretty fucked
Yeah, of course.
because he was killing it, bro. He was exciting,
I think
and
he wanted that bag. He might have asked for a bit too much.
bit
might
more
have
than
told Uncle Dana.
Yeah.
yep.
You know
Because
what I
now
mean?
look.
You've got to be reasonable with your business debates. Your business. You can't-
What fight do you
there's a
think
wa-
would have
there's
sold
ways-
more?
I believe Dana pays his fighters as much as they're worth. Don't get me wrong, there might be some
Now,
sort of under.
now Tom Aspinall sells the most. Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones.
Oh,
Because,
God.
Because of how Jones has acted. Because of how Jones has acted and like tried to push it on the carpet, tried to say no, you know, like
I got a what if? What if?
that's the biggest fight. in heavy. He said it himself. It's probably the biggest heavyweight. It's definitely the biggest heavyweight fight we'll ever do.
Of course.
And it might be one of the biggest pay-per-views we ever do because people really do think Tom Aspinall is going to beat Jon Jones.
What if Jon Jones got a big fuck you to Tom Aspinall and got Dana White to bring back Francis Ngannou to fight him?
It's not going to happen. Dana
Would
White's
that piss you off?
Dana White's like a...
What would we do with poor Tom? Tom's got to stay next to the cage.
And
As the
you
backup
get to
fighter.
keep that belt and defend it,
He
bud.
can't even have a
Ankalaev.
beer, man. The guy can't even have a beer while he's watching UFC because he doesn't know if Stipe is going to pull out at the last second.
Pereira needs to fight Ankalaev.
Of course.
Yeah.
Come on, man. There's two valid
It's just
championship defenses, and they're both there. One of them is Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev, and the other one is Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones. Book them both, make them happen. 2025,
Yeah.
that's two great pay-per-views.
You think-
make a load, fuck ton more money than you already do the UFC. Easy, done. Fantastic.
Do you think Pereira was gaslighting when he said it wasn't going to be Uncle Live?
Pereira can say whatever the
Yeah,
fuck
he can
wants.
say whatever he
just-
wants. He
just
has my
fought-
respect.
'Cause
he
then it
just
was
fought
kind of
three
rumored-
people and fucking, he just had that war with Khalil in that fourth round. He's moving forward, fucking tagging him up, slipping back shots. Jesus, Alex Pereira's special, man.
There was a little rumor that it was going to be Hamzat, but I don't think that's
Hamzat
serious.
deserves a title shot next.
Yeah, he
There's
does.
the Strickland and Duplessis fight. I think Dricus Duplessis might be the worst UFC champion we've ever seen.
So you think Sean gets it back in the rematch here?
I think it was a very close fight. I think Dricus will probably beat him because
I'm
Sean's
rooting for Sean.
Sean's so one-dimensional. He only boxes. He doesn't kick enough. I think Dricus is going to take him down over the course of the rounds again, steal rounds again. Yeah, probably similar outcome. Honestly.
Damn it!
I fucking think Dricus is awful.
I want
I'd
Sean,
love to fight
dude. You know what
Dricus.
I
I'd
want?
love to fight Dricus.
I want Sean to come back and get it and knock him out.
Little
I think
check
it'd be
hook on the
fire.
chin.
It would be so fire. Because DDP's so fucking good, man.
I don't think he's so good. I think
He's really
awkward.
well-rounded,
He
dude. He's
punches
super
people still, and
well-rounded.
people
his
question
cardio.
his stand-up, but it seems like he hits his opponents every time.
He seems to be a hard worker.
He's a
He
smart
seems
IQ
to
fighter
keep
on top
going,
of a good cardio.
but he's not a good fighter.
I want Sean to get it back, and I want him to knock him out. I think if he knocked DDP out,
Who the fuck has Sean Strickland knocked out? Get the phone back.
I
out.
know.
Let's go again.
No, I
How
know.
many people has Sean Strickland
This is
knocked
my
out?
wishful
He knocked out
thinking.
fucking Abu Smagomedov, who looked like he's fucking dead.
Ah.
Fucking half dead carcass after fucking 5 minutes.
he
of
almost
breathing
knocked
fucking-
Izzy out in the 5th round, dude.
Is-
Tick, tick, tick. He had him running. He had Izzy fucking skating on ice, running
he
away,
had him
saying,
hurt in the
"Please,
first round. He
please."
dropped him in the first round, not the 5th round.
Yeah.
But I remember the 5th, he was fucking getting him.
Punches like pillows. He fucking had him hurt. He hit him with a 3-2. He went down, and he hit him with about 30 shots. They did nothing. If Izzy give me 30 shots, shit.
If
Izzy
we're
might
giving
be
out
fucking
respect to strikers, you got to say Topuria has been putting in work.
good. Great year for
Yeah.
2024 for Spain.
Great for him,
Jeez.
man.
He KO'd
He
two
looks like a
legends.
problem, yeah.
The Max Holloway one. Oh man, yeah.
I'm interested to see him at lightweight. I
Yeah,
really
Max
am.
Holloway really didn't get the game plan, throwing knees in
No.
close against
Yeah,
the
no.
boxer. He threw a knee. So he had one hand high, and he's using the other hand to swing. And obviously that hand's down, so he's eating a left hook because his right arm's down. I mean, why the fuck would you be throwing knees in close against a heavy power puncher boxer? Like,
Right.
game plans for everything. This is how Volkanovski was on top for so long. His team was very good at picking specific game plans for specific opponents and making game plans tailor-made to beat the people. Like, look what he did to fucking Yair Rodriguez. Look what he dismantled Yair Rodriguez.
did.
I mean, to be honest with you, there's a bit of controversy with that headbutt at the end. It was like a headbutt, and Yair didn't take the full 5 minutes. I think he was still fucking wobbled. I think he was still bell ringing in his head, you know what I mean?
Dude, I gotta watch that again. I don't even remember that.
It's like that, bro. You can just go back and
Dude,
watch these fights, and they're just fucking fantastic. It's
Dude,
you
like the
forget
Bruno
how good
Silva
Game
one
of
you
inches.
pointed out. Bro, you should see this fight that freaking Harley was pointing out. It was Bruno
it's fast.
Silva versus, oh my God, I can't think, Chris Weidman.
Chris
and Chris
Weidman,
Weidman
the eye
double
poker.
poked him.
The fucking poker.
Yes.
It was pretty bad.
The eye pokes. Yeah.
Yep, Jon Jones, gotta watch out for them. There actually wasn't one single eye poke in his most recent bout against Stipe. He didn't need it because obviously he's fighting a 45-year-old fat, fucking slow. Yeah.
So who, besides Sean and Tim, who are some of the other fighters you guys look up to?
Michael Bisping obviously is a big thing for us English guys, man. Yeah, Tom Aspinall is a big one. Alex Pereira. I mean, I'm not really like a one fighter
Yeah.
fan. I just love the sport, man. There's a lot of great people, like we said, that have put out this year. You got Topuria, you've got Alex Pereira. These fantastic athletes Alex Pereira come and saved the UFC on multiple occasions when he was. I think it was originally Old Man Stipe against Jones that fell out, and Alex Pereira coming. Is that correct?
Yeah.
the JonJones fight fell out, and Alex Pereira come and saved it. I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he did that on another occasion too. Shit, man, the guy's special. He's been competing all that time in glory kickboxing against the world's best strikers. He's something special.
It is really crazy how popular he's become
And he
since
doesn't
like coming
even
in and
fucking
fighting
speak
Izzy.
English. He says one word. Yeah, because it was like, bro, I liked Izzy. It was like the evil character arc, you know what I mean? And then now everyone fucking loves him because he's moved up. He's left Izzy alone. You know what I mean? Even the people who were the fucking Izzy fans now love him. Bro, I didn't like him. I wanted Izzy to win that fight, and he finished him in the 5th fucking round. Now I'm like, Alex Pereira's fucking... I love Alex Pereira. His striking's fantastic, the way he does things.
Yep.
The shoulder roll, to move the hips over, move everything into your shots. Yeah, he's a tremendous athlete. He's special.
Definitely
he hits people harder than... Yeah.
This next fight's huge for Izzy. I actually give him big props to taking that fight that he's got coming up.
Yeah, I think Amavov isn't the best in the world. I think he's quite good at wrestling. I think he's pretty average, to be honest with you. I don't like that gym at all in France. Fernando Lopez is the head coach of that gym. Cyril Gaugne's coach, all those. And he's also the manager. He's taking a lot of money off these guys. He's a dodgy guy. He's managing the fighters as well as being the coach. I don't think that's the best idea. I don't think you should get the two intertwined. I think Sean does all his own management. He does all his own negotiating with the UFC. Is that correct?
Oh, well, now he has Imran, who's with him. He has a manager.
Yeah, but he was doing it all himself initially.
Yeah.
A lot like Ali Abdelaziz, the
I think you might have had
terrorist. So, you know what I mean?
There's some crazy shit.
He got caught with 8 passports. So he's a terrorist. However, he's got his fucking citizenship in the US. I don't know. He was caught with
Makes
8
you wonder.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That gives me
He's
confidence
FBI,
anyway. That gives me some confidence.
The UFC is insane. You got Dana White. We're getting into politics.
Who needs Ali Abdelaziz to do the business for them? Look at the shape of his fucking head.
Well,
Bro,
dude, he
he's
must
got
be doing
so
something right if he has that
many
many
people.
fighters under him. I don't know what he does.
So many.
It's all intertwined.
Yeah,
in
of
that,
course, definitely.
Umar,
Bro, and then you got
Ali
Hamzat.
Abdelaziz, so
and all
Ali
those people over
Bakar
there.
needs to be with Ali Abdelaziz as well. They're very, they're just taking money off these guys. If you can't handle your own
There's
fucking
politics.
business, you can't handle your own fucking
political.
business, you can't do your own negotiating, you're a bit of a fucking idiot, aren't you?
Right?
Definitely.
You can't manage your own numbers. You don't know what you want to achieve. You don't know how to fucking do a business debate. You don't go to school, get educated, stop getting punched in the head.
Being contractors like
you're
that
gonna give someone
too.
30% of your money for negotiating. You couldn't do that yourself.
Well, that's weird. Even you would assume that all fighters would be good negotiators, but I bet that there's those people that don't have those particular skills when it comes to sitting at the table with the guy making the money.
Even like in that John Jones fight when Jones fought Cyril Gane in the build-up, Jones said he comes from a pretty gym. You know, like they have all the nice equipment, fancy mats, but they don't get down there. They don't really do the hard rounds. You know what I mean? And I showed in the fight. You know, you don't want to be from a pretty gym. You want to be from a place where everyone goes to war every practice and evolves and gets better. Yeah, I don't.
Did you
I'm
see
a
Cyril
big fan
Gane
of-
as folding? Did you see it as folding when he got beat by John Jones?
I mean,
Is
he
that what
shouldn't
you're
have tapped
kind
to
of?
that?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, he's
You won't believe that, like, before we come here, we was just sparring in, like, the kitchen. Like, it's just like a wooden floor, if you will, just putting in that work. So if you got nice
Fucking
fancy
hitting
equipment and
pads.
stuff, it's insane to us. We'll work anywhere. We'll go to, like, a
work
nice
outside.
nice
anywhere.
spot anywhere we can, man. We're down to work, down to take any fights, any
That's why when we
pullouts.
come here,
Wow.
like, you've got these fucking
I respect that big
Fuji
time.
mats
Hungry,
on the
man.
wall. You got
Yeah.
Fuji mats on the wall. You got fucking these Fuji mats on the floor. You got the cage. You got the fucking heavy bags everywhere. Yeah, man.
That's
fantastic.
sick.
Yeah,
It's sick when you're down when you work
facilities are
like that.
fantastic.
Yeah,
We work fucking hard, man. You watched sparring yesterday. You've seen
Yeah.
us in the grappling. You've seen us. We're here to stay, man, for as long as possible.
We're
Just
similar,
waiting
man.
we're just waiting for the promoters, man. Waiting for this phone. Like
We're
I said,
similar.
I literally just got followed by the promoters today on Instagram.
Yep.
Tim gave my name to them last week, so yeah, man. As soon as we get a text, get a message, man, I'm ready to say yes and show up and show out.
I would say that ours is definitely way more padded than you guys because we're blessed to be able to rent from Sean, and stay here. But yeah, me and Brenden moved across the country. We believed in ourselves. We just started from the bottom with equipment, and we're working our way up, just like how you guys are with fighting. So
That's it.
different,
Everyone's got to start somewhere. We're all chasing a
man.
different
Yeah.
goal.
different path. What advice would you give to people trying to push what you guys are doing?
Believe in yourself. Stay active. Try and take fights. Try and get experience. Make it happen. No, there's not going to be any handouts. You have to make it happen yourself. Like I spent, you know what I mean, thousands of pounds to get here. Just to get here, I'm putting all my chips on myself. I'm putting money on myself to make it happen. You know what I mean? It's not free to come here and pay for this training, to get this training, to pay for all the flights, all the travel to get here, the accommodation. Nothing's cheap. But if you really believe you can make it happen and you really see it, then the Luke Rockhold, conceive, believe, achieve, that sort of shit.
Yeah. And are you guys looking for wanting to get a job if a job was being
right
available?
now we've been offered a job. We was going to work at a gas station doing some night shifts just to get some extra dollars in. But right now on the visa we're on, we're not actually able to work. We're not even able to do voluntary work. So we're looking at sorting that. We're doing some research. The sooner the better.
Yeah.
Get earning some money over here, man. Waiting for, like I say, fights to come. So it's like that. You just got to put out and see when the phone rings.
Yeah.
That self-belief, too, is like a common thread I've noticed, because I remember when you were interviewing Tommy on here, too, and just, like, his belief in himself and in Sean's belief in himself. Like, you guys have that same self-belief in yourself. I can sense that.
We can sense it.
Even in your, like, shit talk, too. Like, the shit talk that you do, you talk a lot of shit. It's funny. It's funny, Harley, but it's, like, just that self-belief you have in your own abilities. That you're that cocky.
You won't
I like
get very
it. No, it's
far
good.
in the sport without it,
self-belief.
man. You have to believe in yourself. I believe if you're going into that cage and you're having second thoughts and doubts in your head, you've already lost.
Yeah, I mean, we put in too much hard work to doubt yourself. When you work every single day, and every single day you only think about the same thing. You think about fighting. You got a common goal. You stay locked in, man. You gotta believe in yourself. If you don't believe yourself, like you said, you're already fucking halfway into a defeat, man. You have to believe in what you're capable of. I mean, when you work, and I take confidence from everything in the gym, like doing surviving rounds against coloured belts, purple belts, brown belts. You know what I mean? So not getting submitted. Sometimes, obviously, getting submitted. Sometimes hitting reversals. Yeah, just surviving rounds. You take confidence from everything. Having great rounds in the striking, landing great shots, snapping people's heads back.
Now, I know you boys you're not focused on women at all, but are you good with the birds, with the ladies?
Distractions.
Yeah, they're a bit different. I bet they're a bit different in England than they are
Yet to
out
come
here.
across any Arizona women that intrigue me too much.
Do you hold that same confidence as you have in fighting as talking to ladies?
I keep myself to myself, really. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, occasionally, if it's worth my while.
So if you were to walk up to a bird, what would you say? Your first line.
Now you really are. You're pushing the bar. You're questioning me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too sure, brother. I'm not too sure off the top of that.
The Riz, we call it out here.
You got to find
You gotta have that schmitty Riz,
timing's got to be right. You got to see the location, see what's saying.
Yeah.
What pops into the old brain.
You wouldn't you'll go for like the clothes or anything like that. You're like, oh, I like your pants.
That must just be
Like I
like the
said,
schmitty.
depends.
What's the typical?
Well, what's your? Let's hit you back with this question. What are you saying, Schmidt? How do you be getting all the women over here? What do you be hitting them with? You stroll over.
Well,
in the new Red Hawk Academy drop. In
So-
the Sugar Sean merch glasses, you stroll over, and what do you say, Schmidt? How do you get there?
I'd be like, oh wow, well, I'm in a relationship, so that's first. So I'll.
So if you wasn't, hypothetically, you're
Yeah,
not in a
hypothetically.
relationship. Schmidt is in the Red Hawk Academy, new drop.
I
He's got a
always
Sugar
go
Shane
for laughs.
Sunglasses, you
Right?
Go for laughs.
I go for laughs. So I walk up to
Make
a girl.
me laugh. What are you saying?
Eh, well, usually, it's usually with myself. So I'd make fun of myself some way or whatever. If I'm making a coffee, I make the coffee funny. You know what I mean? I would do something like that. And then you got to compliment them. Make them laugh. Then you compliment them. Like, oh my God, I love your pants. Something easy, simple.
Riz?
That's it.
That works. That's the
That's
one.
it.
I like your pants.
Maybe she's got nice flippers.
I'm fucking with it.
Maybe
man.
she's got a nice
I'm
hat.
sold. I'm gonna try that next
It's
time.
all about how you say it, too. Be like, hey, girl, nice pants.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to take note.
There we
I'll have to
go.
try
We're
that
not
one.
really trying to fuck with the women out here.
Oh, I
believe
know.
when
I said that.
when I
Yeah, it
knock
was
out-
hypothetical.
When I knock out a nice established guy, it's gonna feel nice to go out to the bars around here and then have a
Yeah,
bit.
maybe.
something to
Like
celebrate.
even New Year, you know,
Fuck
if
yeah.
it was
Of course.
more accomplished New Year, I'd go out and do something. I'd see some distractions, see what's going on. But too dialed in, too locked in right now. Waiting, like I say, waiting for them promoters, man. Got to see what's available. Got to see who gets lined up. And
Mind
go
on the
knock 'em down.
prize. They'll come to
Yeah.
you. They'll come to you.
We're trying to
gotta
take
get there,
any
brother,
fight,
we gotta
man.
get
Anyone
there.
that pulls out, anyone that has an injury suddenly, like we're
Yeah,
both
we
willing to
told
get
him.
in
I
there.
told him I'm hungry. I'm a hungry lion. Any people pull out pro, amateur, let's make it happen. I'm ready to
That's
go.
fire.
Mixed martial arts. I want to fight. I want to earn money. I want to get some experience. I want to
Yeah.
get some start, man. I'm ready to start.
That's exciting. That's exciting. I'm very excited to see what happens with you guys. I know you're working hard and everything. Jopins, episode 176. Blah, blah, blah. Boys, thanks for coming on.
Thank you
We'll
very
get
much
you
for
on
having
again.
us, brother.
We'll get you on
Appreciate
in
it.
some time and catch up what you guys are doing sometime. We'll do it.
Yeah, legendary. First
Yeah.
pod with 4 microphones.
It was historic for us. It was a
Harley
big
and
deal.
Kurt. Thank you guys.
It was a big deal. We're gonna start
Forgetting
Mitch.
those names.
Yeah.
Gotta remember
Don't forget
them.
those names.
gotta
We're
remember
gonna start mix matching some people from the gym. I got some fun ideas. I got some boys. It's gonna be some good times. To everyone watching, still supporting us, we appreciate the shit out of you guys. We love you. Stay safe. We'll see you next week.
Love you, Jones.
Deuces.